From the Convention Center in New Orleans, Jim Bartles here along with Sean Linder, who is the Minnesota Farm Bureau FFA Advisor of the Year. Received that foundation award back in November, Sean, wasn't it?
Yeah, Eric Mosel from the Arrowhead Farm Bureau sent my name in, and I guess they decided I was the one this year.
All right, well, congratulations on that. Let's find out a little bit about you. I know, 17 years in Grand Rapids, but let's back up. Where'd you grow up, and what got you going into FFA and ag education?
Well, I attended high school at Battle Lake, Minnesota. I actually was in the FFA from 1993 till 1997 under the advisement of Blaine Larson when he was there. Graduated from high school, went to University of Minnesota Crookston. Not really thinking about going into ag ed at the time. I decided to go natural resources, forestry route, and ag education. The fate bug for that kind of bit me when a person from the University of Minnesota Crookston staff called me up one day after knowing he was going to be out for a while with illness, and asked if I wanted to teach his class. And I said, well, I'm currently in your class, so I didn't really understand that at the time, but through a little bit of prompting, I decided to do that. I had a lot of fun with it, and I decided to maybe teach ag ed at that point, so I went to the University of Minnesota to get my master's in ag ed after completing my degree in natural resources at Crookston.
I know that you're in Arrowhead Regional Farm Bureau. You're a member also. Why and how long have you been involved with Farm Bureau?
Well, as soon as I got to Grand Rapids, there was a lot of Farm Bureau influence in the area, and they approached me about becoming a member, and I thought that was a natural thing to do to give my students an opportunity to be exposed to other people in agriculture around the area, and knowing that they had a lot of positive influence in not just the local area but the state and the national level. I thought that would be a great leadership model for my kids to follow, so I think it was a natural fit. I've actually been a board member of the Arrowhead Farm Bureau for quite some time as well, so I've really enjoyed that position.
Sean Linder's our guest again, FFA Advisor of the Year for Minnesota Farm Bureau. Let's talk a little bit about Grand Rapids FFA. Probably some signature projects and events that you do, and how many members. A little overview.
Yeah, Grand Rapids is located not necessarily in a traditional agricultural area. In sense, we don't have maybe the cow sows and plows that a lot of the other people in Minnesota.
Cow sows and plows.
That's right.
I've never heard that before. That's good.
Yeah, so up in our area, we have a lot of natural resources. We have a lot of forestry, a lot of tourism that comes up to enjoy our natural resources through hunting and fishing. We do have a few animals, but it's mainly horses, a few head of beef, and that's really about it. So we focus on companion animals and then a lot on our natural resources. We have anywhere from 50 to 60 FFA members every year. So we're a very active chapter within Minnesota. We do a lot of career development events. So I teach 18 different types of classes at Grand Rapids, even with what we would say is maybe not your traditional agriculture. A couple of our signature events that we have in Grand Rapids is we've got almost a 200-acre school forest. We utilize the fourth graders in the fall for an education day out at the school forest, where we have our FFA set up presenters or do the stations themselves to help students understand more about forestry and the role in natural resources. We'd bring that same group back in the spring to plant thousands of trees to help replace some of the trees that we actually harvest as a woodland stewardship class every 2 hours a day in the fall semesters. So we actually harvest up there to help manage and execute the woodland stewardship plans for that 200 acres that we're responsible for at the school forest.
Great project. Sean Linder, congratulations. Good to see you down in New Orleans. Enjoy your time here. Enjoy the city. And it's good to have you here with us. We appreciate it very much. Congratulations once again.
Thank you very much.
Sean Linder, FFA Advisor of the Year for the Minnesota Farm Bureau. From New Orleans, for the Ingstead, Minnesota Radio Network, Jim Bartles reporting.